I went home on leave. And then when my leave was up, I went to San Francisco.
Right.
And the port of debarkation.
Right.
And boarded a troop ship there and sailed. From there, we went to down through the Solomon Islands to New Guinea. And from New Guinea, we went to Leyte in the Philippines. And then from Leyte, I went to Luzon in the Philippines. And from Luzon, I went to Japan. And from Japan, I went to Tacoma, Washington. And from Tacoma, Washington, I rode a train to Richmond. I came home anyway. Came home, and then from there, I went to Langley Field and re-enlisted in the.
What year was that?
That was in 1947.
47.
Yes, and I got out in 47, and I stayed out about almost a year, not quite a year, and then I went back. I went to Langley Field and re-enlisted, and they sent me to Maxwell Field, Alabama. And from Maxwell Field, Alabama, I went to Guam. And on the way to Guam, I stopped in Hawaii. And then went to Guam. From Guam, I went to the Philippines. Wow. And from the Philippines, I went back to Japan. And from Japan, I went to Japan. I was there when the war broke out on the 20th of June, 1950. And from Japan, I went to southern Japan, and then I went to Korea, and in South Korea, and then from South Korea, I went to North Korea. And from North Korea, I went to San Francisco. And from San Francisco, I flew into...
I bet it was crazy the difference between North Korea and San Francisco. Yeah. I bet you were culture shocked.
Huh?
I bet you were culture shocked to your first time in San Francisco coming from Korea.
Yeah, from North Korea.
Wow.
North Korea won't nothing.
Right.
It won't. They're the poorest damn people I ever met in my life. But when I from North Korea, I went home. No, from Japan, I went home on emergency leave. My father passed away in 1950, in January of 1950. So I went on emergency leave. When I went back to Japan, and then shortly after I got back, that's when the war broke out between South Korea and North Korea, and they invaded. So then that's when they sent me to southern Japan, then they sent me to South Korea, and then from South Korea I go back to Japan. They ran us out of there. And then when I went back to South Korea after the Marines landed at Incheon,
right.
And then from South Korea I went to Pyongyang, North Korea, and from Pyongyang, North Korea back to Japan at Seoul, and from Seoul I went to Kimpo Air Base. And from Kimpo Air Base, they sent me back home. Because my time was up over there. And I'd been over there long enough, and I got rotated. And then went from Seoul to, Seoul, I went from there to San Diego. Out on Coronado, From Coronado, I went to Salinas. No, I can't think of a little town north of Salinas.
Did you go to Arizona?
Santa Maria.
Okay.
And from there, I went to Fort Ord, California. And then from Fort Ord, California, I get discharged at Fort Ord. Went back to the state. I went back to South to Scottsburg, up at home. And from there, I went to, when the hell did I go from there? Oh, that was 1952 when I got out. That's when I met Rena, we got married. And then after we got married, we were married about a year and a half, or something like that. And they sent me to Iceland.
Oh, wow.
And from Iceland, I go back home, and when I left Iceland, they sent me to Arizona, to Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. Yeah. And we stayed in there for 4 years. And
that's where Linda was born.
That's where Linda was born, in Arizona. She was born in a hospital on a base.
Was she sick? Why was she in the hospital?
Now, she was born in the hospital.
Oh, she was born in the hospital.
And Greg was born in a hospital in Phoenix. And then we left there in 1959, going to Germany. And in Germany, Rena and I went to Austria.
Wow.
We went to Belgium, Luxembourg, Holland, and then I left Germany, came home, got my orders to go to North Dakota. Oh. And I said, man, I ain't going to no goddamn North Dakota. Taking me, because they had Jeannie, Linda, Greg,
Dennis?
Debbie, and Dennis, 5 of them. And I said, I ain't going to no damn North Dakota. So I go to Washington, personnel up in Washington, and got my damn order went to
Maine.
Columbus, Ohio, at Lockbourne Air Force Base. It's closed now. And so we left Lockbourne, stayed there a couple of years, and went to stayed there about a year and a half, 2 years. Sent me to Lauren Air Force Base, Maine, and that's when I retired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then after I retired, that's when we did a lot of traveling. Cause David took Rena and I every damn place, and in the states that I had not been in, Buddy took me. But took Rena and I to every state that I had not been in.
Wow.
And see, I owe Debbie a lot. Where'd you get this rug?
Had it for a while.
I don't remember that. I ain't been in here for a while.
But then that's what you get for not visiting.
Yeah, I had played baseball at Maxwell Air Force Base down in Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama.
I bet that was exciting.
Oh yeah, but you know, I went out and I was about 21 years old, I guess. And I was youngest one out there when I went out for third base. And come find out that manager played professional baseball. He played it with the old St. Louis Browns.
Wow.
And our catcher played for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Wow.
Our first baseman played for the Washington Senators.
Wow.
And then Tennyson, our second baseman, he played for Birmingham in the Southern Association. And Bill Curry, he played for Trenton, New Jersey in the National League. And he was third baseman. And I went out for third base, and he was he played pro ball, and you know I beat him out.
Wow,
I beat him out for the
wow.
for third base. I played, and he never played a game, never played the first game after we started the season.
Huh.
But he went to every game. He went to every game, but he sat his ass on the bench. But that manager liked me though, because I could hit the ball. I could hit it, but I couldn't. I had a poor arm. I couldn't throw a damn. I used to have a real strong arm till I hurt it playing softball.
Huh.
Playing, throwing a damn softball with the arm not loosening up, you know.
Right.
Just firing it to start with.
Huh.
With a cold arm.
Well,
And
you
I
gotta have.
I pulled a damn muscle in this damn arm here, right in this area something up. And I couldn't throw a damn ball from here to the other end of the building.
Right.
And he showed me how to throw it. And because the first base, he gets so damn mad
Yeah.
at me because I couldn't throw it, and he wouldn't even stretch try to catch it. He's so damn mad, but I could hit though. And you know, one old boy was playing one game, and we were playing in Tenderfield, Florida, and his name was Becker. He said, "White, I bet you a case of beer that I hit a home run before you do." And I took him up on it. But the second time I went to bat, I knocked it over the right center field wall, and so we went to the NCO club that night, and I met the guy that was pitching,
Yeah.
and he told me, he said, Sergeant, he said, "You the first man that ever hit a home run off of me."
Wow.
And I said, "I was just lucky."
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
But you know, but Dave, I tell you one thing, I've had a good life. I've had a good life, hard life sometimes. Sometimes it just looks like you're not going to make it, and then all of a sudden something happens, you know. But raising 6 kids and carrying your lunch to work in a brown paper sack, and raising 6 kids, shit, that was precious. I'd go sometime, Dave. I'd go 2 weeks and not have a penny in my pocket, not a dime. And the guys up there would, in the wintertime, would make a soup or something, you know, for lunch. And I'd go and I'd want a bowl of soup, and they'd want 25 cents for that soup. I didn't even have 25 cents to buy a damn bowl of soup. Yeah.
What kind of shoes do you need, Daddy?
Huh?
What kind of shoes do you need?
Shoes?
Yeah. Didn't you say you wanted shoes?
Well, Greg fixed my shoe.
Oh, he did?
Oh yeah, he fixed it so it won't. So I don't need a shoe.
Oh, okay.
I don't need a shoe. No. But I tell you what I need. I need damn hearing aids.
Yeah, so do I.
Huh?
All 3 of us need it.
Man, I need a hearing aid. Cause this one here, hell, it's been bad for years.
Really?
And now this one, this piece falls off. This right here, this metal piece off there, that falls off and I lose it. I lost the damn thing. And I have to, and then I get Greg to find it for me. But I'm just tickled to death what I have right now. And I can see, I can't see, but I can see enough to get by.
Right.
And Dr. Wagner told me, he said, Mr. White, I know you can't see well, but I promise you, you will never go blind. And I said,
Wow.
that's what he told me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he said, I promise you, you'll never go blind because he gives me that shot
Yeah.
to keep it dry. So,
Wow.
because that blood gets on your macula, and you can't see what you're looking at. You can have peripheral vision.
Right.
But he said I can remove that blood off of that macula. He said, but you'll have double vision. I said,
I
leave it
know
alone.
that.
Leave it alone.
Now that would drive me nuts.
Yeah, double vision would give you.
Can you imagine having 6 kids? You had double vision at 12.
Huh?
Can you imagine having double vision with 6 kids? You have 12.
And you don't have a quarter for lunch? Damn. So what you're saying, Dad, is the kids are your downfall. Your kids held you back?
No.
Hell no.
No, hell no.
It was okay to go without that soup that day then.
Huh?
It was okay to not have soup.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, but I tell you one thing. I was married to a tough woman, man. I mean, she was. That's the best thing ever happened to me is her. Best thing ever happened to me. Because ain't no telling where I would have been if it had not been for her. Ain't no telling. I was lucky when I went to Iceland, I was lucky I didn't get busted down to a private.
Well, it sounds like everything worked out pretty good.
Yeah, everything worked out fine. Everything worked out fine. But it would not have worked out if it hadn't been for Remy. It would not have worked out. And you didn't pull no shit on Remy now. No, you ain't pulling nothing on her. You can, if you lie to her, she gonna catch you. Isn't that right, Linda?
That's for sure.
Yes, sir. If you lie to her, she gonna catch you. Cause she had a way of working around and finally get the truth out of you.
I think it applies to all the white women.
Probably.
They're sneaky. Just like their mama.
Yeah. But Dave, what's going to happen with this damn inflation?
They just raised the interest rate. What was it, Linda? 3/4. They
No.
raised it 0.75%.
God damn that. See
And
that?
that was today. So that's going to level out the inflation.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you've been through it before. We gotta curb it. So I think raising the interest rate, they say, will help.
Yeah, but I think we're going into a recession.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But they also said that in 6 months, they're going to adjust the Social Security cost of living adjustment. It's going to be the biggest they've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to get people on fixed income a little more money. And I think they're mailing stimulus checks to the poorest Americans, but we just need to go have another election and
They gonna have
get
one.
this. We got to have an
It's gonna
election.
change.
It's
It's
something
gonna
needs
change
to.
on November the 2nd.
Yeah, and that's probably a lot of stuff needs to happen.
Because I'll tell you one thing, that is the weakest president that in my lifetime. The weakest president I've ever seen in my life.
But I heard he's thinking about running again. I
Oh,
think
he's
that's
gonna
crazy. That's
But you know, Dave,
I don't think it's feasible. But
no. He said he's gonna run again.
yeah, I heard that. But
And then, I heard a guy on television said, if Donald Trump runs against Joe Biden, he said Joe Biden will beat him again. But he says that
Wow.
Sanchez or one from Florida that
DeSantis.
DeSantis says if DeSantis wins, he'll beat the hell out of Biden.
I think you're right, and I just saw something on DeSantis because Elon Musk was telling him to run for president.
Huh?
Elon Musk, the richest man on the planet, wants DeSantis to run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You heard of Elon Musk?
Oh,
That's
okay.
that guy that Twitter is it? Or-
Well, yeah, he tried to buy Twitter, but he owns Tesla.
Oh.
But he did put in a bid for Twitter. Anyway, that's internet stuff, but
Well, I tell you one thing. Donald Trump may let him run, and
yeah, those two are tight.
Donald Trump may back him.
I think you're onto something. I hadn't thought it that far through, but he might win. But DeSantis is kind of out there. I don't know who the Republicans would put, but it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
But see, like, if somebody talked Trump into backing
DeSantis.
DeSantis,
Right.
and tell Trump, he said, you may have a problem winning, but if you back DeSantis, they'll have no trouble winning that damn election.
Right, he would get all of Trump's backers,
Oh yeah.
but he's a little more. I think he's a little more centered.
Yeah,
So he would get
He's
all
not
the anti-Biden.
Oh yeah.
Because some people are going to want anybody but Biden.
But what they do, that most Republicans like what he's doing in Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like what he's doing in Florida and
Didn't he had some weird shit come up? He has some weird stuff in his closet, but they do like him because he's
Yeah.
tough.
But you know, Dave, that one guy that a couple weeks ago, the FBI arrested him, put him in cuffs at the
Navarro?
airport.
Navarro?
Is that his name?
I think it was Navarro, but yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, because he was a Trump supporter. Now why in the hell?
Well, I'm wondering what crime he committed.
Huh?
I can't remember what the crime
It
was.
wasn't no crime. He was back in. He was worked for Trump for a while.
Yeah, but I think it was his lawyer or his spokesman. But I think he didn't appear, and I don't know what they arrested him for. But yeah,
for lying, I think.
it might have been lying. And
Yeah.
During this investigation.
Show me a politician up there in
Exactly.
Washington, I'll show you a liar.
Yeah.
I'll show you a liar if you show me.
you're allowed to lie, but you can't lie to the FBI. So you can say, I plead the fifth. I'm not saying anything. But if you say,
Oh yeah.
yeah, if you say that, oh, I saw Bob that night he was with me at my house.
Mm-hmm.
And then they find out that
He wasn't.
he wasn't. Anyway, but yeah, you're right. You're right.